What's up, all my people? Hope you're doing well. Today's a beautiful day in LA, and we're gonna start off by me taking out the Hellcat and me showing you guys what it's actually like to own one of the new 2019's wide-body Hellcats, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. But the first thing that we gotta do is take it for a car wash because it is filthy. So we're gonna put my boy Lester, make him wash the car, then we're gonna go for a drive. But first, we gotta do the cold start. So we're gonna jump to the cold start right about now. I hope you guys are ready for this because this is literally one of the loudest cars I've ever experienced, and I am going to stand right behind it just for you guys so that you guys can get the full carnage that's about to occur. So here we go, double tap. Tell me that doesn't sound so good. Man, that's the way to start your day. All right, off to the car wash. Lester, how you been, buddy?
Good, thank you.
I've been good, can't complain. So he does everything. So this is the Hellcat, and then we also brought the rolls. I wish. All right, so he's gonna do this and then we're gonna come back. I don't know if you guys can see it, but look how filthy this is. You go right, your whole words in it. My boy loves these damn Red Bull drinks. They're poison. There you go, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
And this is for you.
All right.
No problem. Lester. See, now it's shiny. Looks really good. Let's get him before it gets dark. Thank you, Lester. This guy gives me VIP treatment. Opens up the gate and everything. He's amazing. All right, guys. We obviously can't see jack shit. So we will have to take this. I will have to try to do this again tomorrow because it's already 5 o'clock. And thanks to daylight savings, we don't have that much sunlight. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Matter of fact, we'll just fast forward to tomorrow. Like now. So now that we got sunlight, now you guys can actually see me. We're actually gonna be, it's funny because people see me talking, it looks like I'm talking to myself. But anyway, today we're taking the car for a drive and basically gonna give overview of what it's actually like driving the car, the senses, the feels, what it sounds like, you know, basically the overall experience. And since I purchased the vehicle, it's been nothing but just perfect on all levels. It's comfortable as hell. It helps to have these big, comfortable bucket seats, and with the red leather, it just pops. We recently just we got the windows tinted, nothing crazy, and it really helped bringing the whole car like together, because the glass on these vehicles is literally like there's no tint at all. Like when the guy, he put the tint on my windows, he basically said, he was like, it's not reflecting any of the rays. The car stays cool, and the car is usually parked anyway, so that's not really an issue. I just got it personally just for the look of it. I mean, it gives it just a badass look, and it just makes it look so much better. But driving the car is great. It's really comfortable, like I said, with the seats. Two, the look of everything with the red leather and the way it just pops, and then that big wide body stance on the car just gives it that extra like oomph, and it really has a good presence when driving throughout the streets. If people turn their head, you know, look at it, they give it a thumbs up. It really is a badass car. It gives you that aggressive stance. But other than that, everything works great. Problems here and there that I would say are like little headaches. For some reason, you have like this ticking sound that I get from my left wheel that I actually have to take it into the dealership for them to actually look at it, because every time I make a left turn or right turn, whatever, there's always like a ticking sound. So it's something probably loose underneath these cars. Unfortunately, Fortunately, all the money goes into the engine. Unfortunately, they start to get cheap when it comes to other parts on the vehicle, which is a big negative. Because in my mind, it's just like, if you spend that much money on the vehicle, they really should cover all bases. And they do cover all bases in the sense of you get good stuff, right? It's just not necessarily up to par. Like the engine, the supercharger, let's start with the brakes. The Dodge Demon, which is basically above this car. Well, then you have the Red Eye, but the Demon, the big dog. The Demon comes with 4 brake pistons in the front and the back, right? My car has 6. Now, that's great for me. We get Brembo brakes, the really high quality brakes, but I have way more stopping power than on the Demon. Now, they do that to save extra weight, and I understand weight savings is a big deal, but I would think that if my car could knock out 840 horsepower, then the Demon is going 0 to 60 in about 2.3 seconds. They need that extra braking power to slow them down. But for some reason, they don't I know why they don't transfer it over, because they need to save weight, but things like that. But also there's certain parts underneath the car that after a while, like in the Demon, they get loose. So things like that, if you're not a mechanic or not a guy that's lifting up your car, like one of my friends that owns the Demon, for him, he's worried about the quality overall in the vehicle. You know, I don't know the whole terminology of this, that, and third, but I think the rear axle, one of the main struts that holds the car, I guess, in place, started to become loose. And I have right now in my car 2,300 miles on my car, so 2,310 to be exact. He has about maybe 1,000 miles. And for that already to happen, and he drives the car hard, I mean, but still, you want things like that to be tight and in place. And I'll find exactly, and I'll put on the bottom of the video what actually it is I'll ask him. And then the glue, there's the plastic pieces on the front of the car, like on the hood fences, the Demon, how it has that long strip, that plastic lining around the car. After a while, the vibration, so much vibration from the engine, actually the glue starts to become loose because of the heat and the vibration of the car, of the engine. Actually, the plastic starts to scratch the paint and chip away some of the paint on the edges. So it's just overall things like that. Like, it's crazy. Like the plastic around the headlights on my vehicle is already starting to become a problem. That's already starting to, the glue is starting to melt and come off. So it's just basic shit like that you got to think about. But overall, the car runs great. I mean, I love the quality on the inside of the car, the engine, the way it performs. My brakes, I don't have a problem with the stops when I want to stop. I've tracked the car up in Willow Springs and the car did great. So, I mean, but again, it's a muscle car. It's meant to be driven hard. My car is probably the most suitable car for a track, I would say, because the Demon just has so much power that it's no point. It doesn't belong on a track. And I think even with the Red Eye, in my opinion, is just a baby Demon. I don't really think there's anything really special about it. I get everything that a Demon gets, except for the 840 horsepower. The supercharger is bigger on the Demon, and I think a few, that's like the transmission, I think is a little bit different, but nothing really major. And so I think the Red Eye is not really particularly like, it's not nothing for me to be like, oh, okay, like I should have waited and got the Red Eye. Like, I love my car. Every option that you could possibly get, I've gotten, and to me, it's a badass car and it does what it's supposed to do, and that's why I got it. So every time that I drive it, I get an experience, I love it, and I have a great time. But the greatest thing about this car, I would say, is I like the little sunroof that I have. Oh, and on the Demons, it's actually, for my sunroof, it's about a $1,500 option. For the Demons, they were charging $3,000 extra on top of the MSRP on the car and the markup, because this actually adds extra weight to the car. And I think it adds about 80 pounds to the vehicle. And Dodge doesn't want the Demons to have the sunroof. You can get it, but they don't want them to have it, because why? The more weight you add onto these cars, the same way that they cut the weight from the brakes, they don't want you to add extra weight to the car, because why? When you take it to the track, that slows down the car. They want it to be the 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds. The problem is, most people don't know how to drive that insane of a vehicle. Most people don't know how to drive this vehicle, let alone something that crazy. But man, the engine and the supercharger on this car, woo! Let's say we put it in custom mode, we get this full 707 horsepower. You automatically get more throttle. That's what you want, man. When you slam it, it just sounds so good. And I try to be cool driving this car, but to have that power, man, it's so exhilarating. It wakes you up, and it's like every dime that I spent to get this car is totally worth it. And when you hit the paddle shifter, like, it responds, you know? It's just so much fun. But usually if you put it in eco mode, it drops down to like 544 horsepower and it just gets quiet. And for some reason, it's not letting me go into eco mode. The car's been sitting for about maybe 10 days, so I guess she's like, look, F you, I want to make some noise and I want to go crazy. Hear it. And that's another thing, you don't have to go super fast to hear the throttle. I mean, I'm going at about maybe 2,500 RPM, and it's just, the car is just, it's nowhere near the limits of where it should be. And that's where the car gets scary. But that's why I'm actually glad that I got the Hellcat instead of the Demon or the Red Eye, because it's controllable. Like, the fact that I have 305s on all four tires, if I wanted to get extra traction, I have the same body style as the Demon, I could just get 315s on all four tires. Be a little bit more money, but whatever. And I could get even more traction on the car. So it's just perfect. I think personally I have the best vehicle in terms of the Demon and the Red Eye, because it's not too scary. The Demon, and that's another thing, side note, you can't access the full 840 horsepower from the Demon. Okay, the car just went back into eco mode. So see, in eco mode it's just quiet. You still get the little rumble, and that's what it sounds like, maybe 3/4 of the throttle all the way down. And you put that sucker, you put it back in track mode, you get the full power. And it's so cool because, I don't know if you guys saw, but the dude in the motorcycle just drove fast. People, overall experience with the Hellcat, love it. It's great, drives great. The throttle response is amazing. Fuel economy is horrible, but you don't think about that when you buy these type of cars. But other than that, car is great. I love it. I can't wait to sit down there and show you more things that I'm going to do to the car. We're definitely going to change up some of the mods and we're definitely going to add some mods to the car just so it gives it more of a unique look. I'm just going for badass look. I'm great. I got one of the fastest cars on the street. I'm happy. I'm not, this is not a dick extension. Not at all. I have nothing to prove. But overall, car is great. But before I let you guys go,